Look at this silliness. Got a train going. But yeah, and then I got to work on this piece right here. I don't know what's going on with it yet. I haven't even attempted to look at it, but I gotta look at that. I'm not looking forward to this one. Doesn't look bad up here, but the motor is rough looking. Rough. So, doesn't have a key start or anything. It's got a shut-off switch on the fuel. That's good. Alright, well, I'm gonna finish up my cart and then I'm gonna get into this guy. Johnny's over here working on his exhaust for his mud mower. He's putting it going out a different direction, and I'm gonna have him, for me, take these two gas tanks off and take that battery off, because I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the rebuild of the carburetor, because I'm 99% sure it probably needs it, and I don't know where it is because I haven't even looked at this thing yet. But I got a
carburetor is right here.
Is that the carb?
Yep.
It looks like the air filter is not even hooked up to anything, as you can see, so that's bad. Hope it didn't suck up too much junk. But he might have had this coming off anyway. It looks like it's just a zip tie. So I'll take that off. See about pulling that carb. And he also he doesn't have a starter switch or anything, so I'll have to look into that. There's a lot of tomfoolery going on here. Alright, so I got the cart off the ground. Check this out, guys.
What? You actually steal the cart thing? No.
You reckon that's a problem? How's that steering for you?
Look at that too.
Yeah, I saw that. Go again. With another carburetor. At least this one actually looks pretty dirty, so that's pretty cool. This is going to be a before picture. And I'm going to get to cleaning this thing, and you'll see an after. But I don't think I'm going to film the whole thing. I'm trying to make this video a little shorter. You know, easier to edit. Not as hard for you guys to watch. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start tearing into this thing. And I'll let you see it when I got her all tore apart before she goes in the bath. I mean, it's pretty nasty looking inside there. All I've done is take the bowl off, but look at around the edge of that bowl. How nasty that is. And then the bowl itself, you know, that O-ring looks horrible and terrible inside. She's going to need a long bath, so I'm going to go ahead and finish taking this thing apart. Like that hole for the needle that it sets in is freaking nasty. And the needle and float, like, it wasn't even moving. This was stuck. I had to like pull on it to get that needle out. So this thing definitely needs a good cleaning, and it'll probably run great after this, so we'll see. I'm gonna keep on taking on this stuff apart, so too bad. Alright, let's put her in there. Bloop. We'll see you tomorrow for the next step. Alright, so I took his air box cleaner apart here. This piece right here was not hooked up. That's like hard plastic right there. So I took my lighter and heated it up and got it soft, popped it back on. This right here doesn't seal too good, so I'm gonna figure something out for that. Check out the air filter he was running. That's the air filter, and that ain't gonna work. And I'm trying to get him something out the door for free, so I started taking this air filter apart, and I was like, well, let me get the camera. So I'm gonna lay this out flat and roll it in there with the new, you know, it's the same thing, better than what he's got. So, and then I'll put some, I got some black silicone, I'll put it along the edge to hold it, and it'll be good. So we'll get back to you when we're done. Alright, there it is. I got it all, I put caulk all the way around before I even put it in, and then I put more caulk on the back side there. So I'm gonna let that dry for a while, and he'll have him a much better air filter than this. At least it'll be something. and the carburetor's in the bath, so we'll see that soon. Alright, I'll get back with you. I'm trying to make sense of this wiring this guy's got going on here. A little coil pack, ignition coil, CDI. Here's your voltage regulator, majiggy. So I know what everything is. This thing also has an electric fuel pump, I believe. I believe that's what this is. If anybody knows, comment below if this is an electric fuel pump. I'm like 99% sure that's what that is. Let me know. So it's got these 4 wires running to the front. Black, green, red, yellow, and green. And it looks like they spliced into it right here a little bit. So I'm gonna have to go up there and trace those out and figure out what runs the starter button and kill switch and stuff. But I'm gonna make this look a lot nicer. This is just a clump of nonsense right now. So, alright. I think this battery's dead too, so I gotta put that on charge. We'll get back to you shortly. Alright, so the bowl ain't great, but it's clean. Doesn't look clean, but it is. And this thing came out real nice. Super clean. It's got some corrosion down here, but it'll be fine. As long as the needles are still good. Yeah. We're going to put her back together same way we took it apart. So, got all the parts laid out. And we'll get back to you when we're done. Look at this place, guys. We got the Silver Bullet. The $50 go-kart has returned. It's alive, believe it or not. Johnny's new mini bike with the Predator on it with the Makuni. I decided to call that the Sugar Booger, my mini bike. And then we're working on this one here, which you guys know about. So I got the carburetor all put back together, and I caught myself. I started putting it back together onto the cart before I showed you guys, so I wanted to show you. This thing was, the clamp on there was busted. I'm just going to put a hose clamp on it. And I'm going to throw that on there, and then I believe we're going to give her a try. See if she'll start and run. Parts store, picked up a cheapo starter switch. It was like $4 or something, $5. And picked up this little bad boy on and off switch for $3. So I'm gonna hook these things up so we can just push button start, and that's all I'm doing with that thing. I'll be done with it, and it'll be out of my yard. Yay! All right, we'll get to that. All right, so the exhaust. This is all he had for an exhaust, guys. Just that little flange. And it was loud. So I'm working on welding, just tack welding this little 3 horsepower Briggs muffler on there. I've already fitted it up under there. It's going to fit like that. I'm going to tack it all the way around, let that ride, and went to Ace Hardware. We picked up some welding wire for Johnny's welder, and I picked up a couple of these bushings. I think they're 5/8 by 3/4 or something. And I can get my wheel off of here and put his wheel back on. That'll be good. We also got at the Ace Hardware this fuel line, which is pretty nice. I like it. Got a couple feet of that, got that fixed up. And his battery box that somebody put on here is in the way of the air filter, so he's gonna come over later and I'm gonna ask him if I could relocate this battery down low. Then we can put this back where it needs to go, and I can get all the wiring organized and better looking. And the only other thing I'm working on is the brakes, because you can see he had somebody tried to kill him. Somebody cut his brake lines. We'll get back to that later, and I'll show you how I'm gonna fix that. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I got an idea. I'm gonna try to save him some money. So like I said, it's already running. We'll go for a ride later, and that's it for now. So yeah, I'm gonna get that wheel on, finish up that exhaust, and work on the other thing that you guys will see, folks. I'm about wrapped up with this whole cart here. I got the air box back in there mounted up. I got a few more things I'm gonna do. I'm gonna clean up all this wiring and make it look pretty. And I'm gonna put some silicone around this because it doesn't seal tight. I gotta run a hose from here to the valve cover. And I gotta move this ground. This is the ground. And the battery was here, but it wasn't allowing the air filter box to fit correctly. So I talked him into moving it up here, and the positive wire fits already. So I'm going to take this ground off. It just loops back to itself pretty much. It's grounded in the same spot in both places. And I'm going to come over here and find a place to mount it to the engine and to the frame and then go up. And then I need to run a little jumper ground from here to here because the kill switch, when you hit the kill switch, you see sparks right here because it's having trouble getting across. And yeah, clean up that rat nest. Alright, so I got her about 99% of the way back together. I also tightened the chain, which was easy. You just tighten up on this, loosen these bolts and tighten that up. I still got to put the caulk around there, but it's pretty good for right now for a test ride. I did my ground wire down there between the frame and the swing arm. I got it rigged up to my lawnmower to jump it real quick. And we're gonna take her for a little spin. Now it has no brakes, so yeah, that's always fun. I did already start it just to make sure it would, and it did. So hopefully it don't roll away because it is facing downhill. I'm on the starter button here. I got my kill switch working good. Alright, there it is. Idle down a wee bit. And everything. No brakes at all. Alright, let's give her a shot here. Let it warm up a little. Tell you what, that little 3-horse bridge muffler sure did quiet it down a lot. Army guy. Vibration somewhere. That plate right there. I can fix that. I might idle it down a little. Trying to surge. I can fix that. Yeah, I think it needs to be idled down a wee bit. But besides that, it's doing pretty good, as you saw. Yeah, a couple things here and there touched up, but it's way better than it was, considering it wasn't running at all. So, What do you guys think? Push it back a little bit. It's the light. Try to get me a thumbnail. Stay right there. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. This is going to be the end. All it needs is brakes, and we got to order parts for that, so it's not a big deal. It's just bolt-on application, and this thing is done. Getting it out of my yard, let these kids have some fun on it. And thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Go karts are going fishing out.